news and notes to the coaches and players for America's team, let us go inside the Stars on 105.3 The Fan.
Good morning, Metroplex. Shout out to the 6 a.m. club. Shout out to Jared Sandler, who is already up. Is it 2 hours or 1 hour? Is it 5 a.m. in Arizona?
Have we hit daylight savings time yet?
2 hours. I don't think they do daylight.
No, it's 1 hour now. It's 2 hours after daylight savings time starts. When we jump ahead, they stay.
It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so the wintertime, it's 1 hour. And the summertime, it's 2.
I was going to give Jared props for being up extra early, but 1 hour, it's not that impressive. Good morning, Sam, man. On the home of the World Series champs, by the way, Peyton just told me we have a $50 Sonic gift card giveaway for the Expressway. So we want you to win that with the slogan, good, right here, every single day this week on Shan and RJ. I put up the poll question over the weekend, got about 2,200 Tolo votes, and we're almost split. Ian Rapoport with the story that the Dallas Cowboys are most likely moving on from Tyron Smith. Rapoport tweeted, "End of an era. Tyron will be a free agent and is unlikely to return to Dallas. The blindside protector since 2011, Smith will be highly coveted." So the internet immediately reacted with, "Are you kidding me? All in? This team's a joke. How are you going to sit there and have a win now situation? Why would you get rid of the future Hall of Famer off of the season he just had?" And then I went out and about this weekend, and I would run into a couple Tolos, and I'm like, "You hear about the Tyron news?" And their reaction was good. Oh. Good. Could not trust him. Could not sit there and pay him to come back. It was just something that was unstable. So I was like, okay, that means poll question time. So I put it up. What do you think the results are? What do you think the results are? Move on? He's too injured? Or what are we doing? What happened to All In?
Oh, I think what happened to All In was the winner. I saw this, and I can't remember which one it was.
56% leading the way with "What are you doing, Cowboys? What happened to All In?" So 56-44 of about 2,200 Tolos voting. Your reaction, and how would you vote, and why?
Look, I mean, I get what the fans are saying when it comes to the "I thought we were all in" situation, but I also think that we never should have believed that anyway. We never should have listened to that anyway. That's Jerry Poppins. That's what that is. Now, look, maybe it's a couple of things. Maybe he gave them a sweetheart deal earlier in his career, and he wanted them to make good. And maybe they were like, well, too bad, you're not as good anymore, and we are not going to pay that. My reaction to this is it's not really good. I don't want to say good, but listen, this is a franchise that owns offensive linemen in the draft. I don't think they should ever sign an offensive lineman because they're so good at drafting them. Just go get another one. I have a 100% faith that this team is going to nail their first round draft pick on the offensive line. They are that good at it. Nobody that I can remember in recent memory dominates a position group in the draft in the first round, like this one does with the offensive line. So my take, fine. Let's go find another one. Put some faith in your scouts.
Well, just go find another Hall of Fame. I mean, the guy's going to the Hall of Fame.
No, yeah. Look, I have no doubt they could go find another Pro Bowler in the first round. Because name me the miss. Who's the first round miss in the last 20 years in the offensive line? And they've taken 4 of them in the offensive line, and every single one of them has been an All-Pro. What other franchise is doing this? You've taken 4 offensive linemen.
Are you including Collins, Tyron, Zach, Travis, and who's the 4th?
Well, it took Tyron, Zach, Travis, and then Tyler. Tyler was an All-Pro this year.
Yeah, but I think they took LC as well. Didn't he end up going was that a first-round pick when he?
I don't believe he. No,
had
he
his
was.
Drama?
Was he not undrafted?
Oh yeah. You know, I'm sorry. You're right. They did get him after that. He was supposed to be a first-round pick.
He was supposed to be a first-round pick, but then he fell.
Yep, you're right.
And I think he was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
So they have nailed every single first-round draft pick they've taken at the offensive line position, and I'm like, all right, just I'll put faith in my ability to evaluate that position better than anybody else.
This is a very, it feels like a very un-Cowboy-like move, and something we always talk about with Belichick and the Patriots, right? For years, you've been sitting here saying, hey, get rid of them a year early versus a year late. Now, the scary side of that is replacing him. Yep. Like, you don't have a replacement. They just told us 2 weeks ago or last week that Tyler Smith was playing left guard. So I'd feel a little bit better about that. I'm not going to kill them for this. I'm not going to kill them for it. This is going to be one of those things where nobody knows the answer to it. Tyron is either going to play in 13 games or he's going to play in 4. Like,
yeah, he's going to miss his 3.
He's going to miss his 3. He's going to miss his 4. Yeah, 17 really. Games.
Yeah,
and
17.
18 games if the reports over the weekend are true. So time is only going to tell. I know that's a very soft answer, but that's the thing. You don't know. You just absolutely don't know with him. He's going to play 13 games or he's going to play 4 games.
Yeah.
So getting out of it a little bit earlier, I applaud them for. We can't sit here and say be more cutthroat and be less of a family business and then kill them when they do it. The scary thing is you just don't have your instant replacement if what he said was true about Tyler staying at guard. If Steven last week says, "Oh, Tyler, we still see him as our left tackle of the future," I'm like, okay, this makes a lot more sense. But if you're going to keep him inside, who's going to protect your $60 million quarterback?
Yeah, that's true.
Not that laugh. That laugh's not going to protect him.
Yeah, look, that's all very true. And if they miss in this next pick, it would be the first. But if they miss, that's crippling. It just is. It would be very, very difficult for them to maintain the same level of offensive output that they've had over the last several years. But look, there is you're going to pay him, and then what? Like he's gonna age poorly. What are you going to pay him? If he's going to be able to get max kind of money elsewhere, are you really going to pay that for a guy that is going to miss a bunch of games? I don't know that you're gonna. I don't know you're going to. Now, I thought maybe there was a chance that he either plays here or he retires, but I guess it doesn't look like this is the case.
Yeah, I think Bobby was saying last week, Tyron's not going to play anywhere else. Like, there's no way he wants to go anywhere else. He's 33 years old, and Ian Rapoport saying it looks like Tyron Smith is moving on to another team. There are already Kansas City Chief rumors that are out there.
Well, look, dude, if you're Tyron Smith and you've never won and you've got a chance to go, be the left tackle for the Chiefs and rip off a title, why not? Why not? Why call it a career?
And now have you backed yourself into a corner with your first-round pick? You have to pick tackle unless there's one out there in free agency that they really, really like.
You don't have to, but I mean, a lot of look, need picks. It's kind of like the need picks are okay at hey, I need a quarterback. Let's just take one. Other than that, it's do you really want the need pick or do you want to reach for that? That's how you get guys that you don't really need to be picking in that position.
Top tackles this year out on the market, according to PFF. Tyron was 1. His overall free agency rank 14. Trent Brown, Patriots 2. His overall free agency rank 22nd. We have Mekhi Becton, New York Jets on this list. Jonah Williams from the Bengals. Jermaine Eleanor from the Raiders. Donovan Smith. George Fant. Cam Fleming. A lot of other names you do not hear out there on the free agent market.
You don't. You never hear about offensive linemen. If anybody watched the Combine this week, you got to be a real football nerd, to watch the offensive lineman drills. Left, right, back, forward. And then seeing guys flipping and flopping, running around on their 3 cones or whatever the hell the drill is. That's just slow. It looks like in slow motion when you compare it to watching some of the other skill positions. But if you have a bad offensive line, you got no chance.
The Tolo's hitting me up. Mr. Electric, Robbie Loomis, move on, mainly for the reasons Choppy is saying.
Oh, baby.
Tolo Eric, how much strain and stress do you think Tyron takes on the staff? He's eating up resources. It is time to move on. So 56% of the Tolos at 1053SS on Twitter. Follow me. I'll follow you back. Say, what are you doing, Jerry Jones? What are you doing, Cowboys? We thought you were all in. 44% saying, good move. The time has come.
Yeah, on the fan text, 877-881-1053, Tolo's, they're not happy about it. 940 and 214 both say, I hope Tyron moves on and wins a ring away from the Cowboys. 956 says they're creating another hole on the O-line again. And the 325 says they should move Tyler to left tackle and start Bass at left guard.
Okay.
Tyler at left tackle. Okay.
I mean, look, if they, I do think this puts them in a position where they are, if they move on from Tyler, they are going to draft a tackle one or in the first round. Assuming that there's one there. Like, I don't know that they're going to massively reach. They could trade down. They could trade down, or they could take something else and then trade back into the first round. That's a possibility they could do.
Meanwhile, and then again, Steven's comments about Tyler even more interesting when he said, we look like we have a Larry Allen situation all over again when they know that Tyron is probably not coming back. They're still going to keep Tyler at left guard.
Yeah, they could. That could be great. Because see, Larry's there. Then they brought Flozell in, right? Is that how the timeline worked? They brought Flozell in, and then he was there forever.
I mean, if you think he's all world, right? If you think he's going to be all world at guard, okay.
But they never moved Zach Martin. I mean, they could have moved into right tackle a lot. They never did.
Meanwhile, Jerry backed into a corner yet again by the media in Indianapolis. Looks like Bobby Belt is not coming in today, so he is taking that Monday off after getting sick for the NFL Combine. But Jerry was asked yet again, what did you mean by all in?
I've got my mind all in as far as we're going to do everything that we can do to have this year be as successful as it can be. And one of the reasons I feel good about it is because Dak is for sure our quarterback. Okay, your definition of what is all in and mine might not be the same thing, but I'm trying to win the games this year with my decision.
Oh, my God. There you go, RJ Choppy. Take your victory. Take your victory.
No. I derive no joy out of that.
What a joke. Hey, whenever he speaks now, it is infuriating, even for me. Even for me, someone who loves Jerry personally. I just think he made a mistake with this whole all-in thing. He chose a hot phrase to throw out there to try to keep us satisfied throughout the offseason. And then when he's actually called on it and questioned on it, they have to scurry into a corner and into a wall. Like, you gave the big statement. You gave the two major words. You gave the all go. You gave the green light. And now you're sitting there with your car sputtering when we want you to go right to the floor. We want you to floor it. And it doesn't look like it's happening. That's his answer to it? Well, we want to have Dak as our quarterback. And then he repeated what you have been saying for a number of weeks, Choppy. That may not be what he means when he actually uttered those words.
He means what he means in that moment. I think we got to look at Jerry's comments and just...
He did that to get us all excited.
Yeah, got us excited. He knows what he's doing. And then the other thing you can think of it is like this. Like, he views life in the moment. Like, however he feels in that moment, that's what he means. And all in, it's a nice thing to say when you're 2 months away. Same thing with the draft. It's okay. Nobody trades a first-round pick today. But 2 months from now, on May 1st, after the draft's over, a lot of teams may be more willing to trade a first-round pick for somebody. In January, when you're 3 months away from free agency, oh, man, I'm going to go all in. Well, here you are, 9 days away? I don't know. Man. I don't know about that. I like that money in my pocket a little bit. So that's the situation we're in.
As Corey Major said last week on KMC, it just feels like right now we're going to get excited at points and times, no doubt about it. But right now it just feels like, okay, like we're on cruise control through 17 games next season. Like there's no extra added excitement. The defending World Series champs have Wyatt Langford. The Mavericks, we wanted to see what was going to happen with Kyrie Irving after a full offseason with Luka Doncic. The Stars, they now have Stank Assen, who's sitting here and providing these nightly highlights. Some intrigue, some wonder, some excitement. Not so right now, it feels like, with the Cowboys.